Hey, this is Ask Denise, and Kaylee has sent a question to me about should she be rolling her sartorius, which is a muscle that's fairly superficial, actually, comes right from the ASIS here and across to this, the tibia actually, right to about here, so it kind of comes this way. And it's very unusual that you would have an issue with that particular muscle. So the other symptom that she's having is pinching at the hip when she's in a supine twist, so like that at that moment. So that leads me to believe that she might actually have irritation of her psoas, which is deep hip flexor that comes across the pubic bone right about in here. And there's a bursa here that can be quite irritated. So some of the activities where she finds that irritation after this activity is running, and then the other one is deadlifting. So a couple of things that I want to change for you, Kaylee, is, well, let's give you some myofascial release, but it won't be on sartorius, it's going to be on psoas. So I'm going to position a ball about this size. It's a yoga tune-up ball, and I'm going to put it right about here, and then lie my body on it. And I'll work with my abdominal wall. I'll push out with my abdominal wall and then sink in a few times. And once I've done that, maybe 3 or 4 times, then I'll go to bending and straightening my knee. And then I'll go to windshield wipering. And this is all just in an effort to reach the appropriate level. When I feel like I've gotten in there fairly far, then I'm going to see what it's like. I have to keep some activity in my abdominals, and then I may lift this leg up and just see how I do with that. And then I would go back to flexing and extending, windshield wipering, and just start to open up and release some of that tissue. It can get quite tight. So if psoas tightness is causing some low back pain, and it certainly can, then that's a place to start, Kaylee. So that's entree. The other thing is you're doing deadlifts, which is a very respectable exercise, but let's go to having you unload it and work on one leg at a time. Okay, so something like this. And I would actually, encourage you to stop the movement and just work here with organizing your pelvis and your standing leg. Remember our rules here that we're externally activating, so we're not dropping in. We're externally activating, and this leg is going to turn in. So you're getting nice and level, and then from there you can work on movement. So this is similar to a straight leg deadlift exercise. It's going to make your glutes a bit stronger, hamstrings stronger, and that's a good thing to balance that overactive psoas. Strengthen back here so this one doesn't have to get so excited all the time. Okay, the other thing I would encourage you to do is the one-legged squats. So let the knee bend, take your foot out of the way, and come up and down, and make sure you can do that without the knee falling in. Okay, keep the knee to the outside and up and down from there. Okay, watch the knee. It really wants to come in, so you've got to train it to not collapse, okay? This is going to get you stronger through your glutes, which eventually will help your deadlift, very much going to help your running. The other thing you need to look at is, am I running with feet turned out, or do I have really spongy running shoes? If you have really spongy running shoes, this could be causing a little more instability at the knee and the hip. So there could be a relationship there. So I know that's a lot of information, Kaylee. See what you can do with it. But just to review, I want you to think about releasing with myofascial release, the psoas, and then start strengthening hamstrings and glutes with the single leg deadlift action, and then the single leg squat. Take a look at your running mechanics too, okay? Thanks for asking me that question, Kaylee. Please get back in touch with me. Let me know how you do. Try doing those practices 3 to 4 times a week, okay, to fatigue. All right, thanks for joining me. Bye for now.